All right, so video number 8 here for polynomials. We're going to be factoring simple trinomials. So all of your problems here basically are going to have x squared. You're going to have a plus or a minus sign. And then you're going to have a number times x plus or minus another number right here. So B and C are just going to be plain old numbers. But we're going to go through all the variations with the pluses and the minus signs to make sure that you're going to have here. On every problem, you're going to make a huge X. And on this X, the last number will go up here on the top, and then the middle number will go on the bottom. Middle, I can't even spell. Middle number, M-I-D-D-L-E. All right, so, and your goal is to find something that will multiply to give you the top number, but then adds to be the bottom number. And those numbers are going to go here on the sides. So let's go ahead and get started with this so you can see this X in action. And then this video and the next video will also include this X method. All right, so x squared plus 11x plus 8. All right, you're automatically going to start out with 2 sets of parentheses, just like we have done before on the last one. All right, make your huge X. The last number goes on the top. Last number. It always is on the top. The middle number, 11, will go on the bottom. Okay, now you need to think about what times what. I'm sorry, that should not be an 8x. That should be, it shouldn't be a plus 8. That should be a plus 18 for this to work out correctly. I'm sorry. So make sure you put an 18 right there. All right, so we need to do x squared plus 11x plus 18. And we want to figure out things that can multiply to be 18. And I am going to start out just by making a list of these. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. And I'm just going to keep, does 4 go in 18? No. Does 5? No. And I'm right back at 6, so I've got all of my numbers that can multiply to give me 18. Now what you're looking for is which of these numbers here can add to be 11. Well, does 1 plus 18 give you 11? No. Does 2 plus 9 give you 11? Yes. So 2 and 9 adds up to be 11. And those are the numbers that's going to go on your sides right there. And this is what we're going to use right here, 2 and 9. Now here comes your easy part. What gives you x squared? X and x. Now, these are positive numbers. So since they're positive, we're going to put plus 2 and we're going to put plus 9. We are factored. We are done with this. And that's all you need to do. So let's try another example where we use this x. All right, let's start with x squared plus 5x minus 50. Okay, make your huge X. What number needs to go on the top? This is a negative 50. That's your last number. The middle number goes on the bottom. And now you're going to come over here, and what times what can give you negative 50? We can do negative 1 and 50. Or you can have positive 1 and negative 50. With the negatives, you got to think. You can put that negative at either spot. 2, negative 2, and 25. And on all of these, I'm just going to switch that negative. Does 3 go into 50? No. Does 4? No. Does 5? Yes. 10 times. Does 6? No. Does 7? No. Does 8? No. Does 9? No. And we're back at 10. So we have all of our factors here. Now, you need to be looking at this. Which one gives you, adds to be a positive 5? So look through here and see which one gives you a positive 5. And that's going to be negative 5 plus 10. So I'm going to put a minus 5 here and a 10 here. And we're going to look at our parentheses. And in our first box, we're going to have x and x. Now, this is a negative 5, so you're going to have minus 5 This is a positive 10, so it's going to be a plus 10. And that is factored form right there. Let's try a third one here. We're going to go with x squared minus 16x plus 39. Make your large X. The number that goes on the top will be 39. It's the last number. And the bottom number will be negative 16. Let's go through here and think of numbers that can multiply to give you 39, which would be 1 times 39. Now, I did not do this on number 18, but notice I have a negative in the middle, and the only way to get numbers that add to be a negative would be a negative 1 times a negative 39. You have to remember that two negatives multiplied together will give you a positive. So in this problem, since I have a negative 16, I do not need two positive numbers. I need to think about two negatives because this is a positive 39. Does 2 go into 39? No. Does 3? Yes. Negative 3 and negative 13. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys that there's nothing else that will multiply to give you 39. These are your only options. Now we're looking at see which one gives you negative 16, which will be negative 3 and negative 13. This right here is what's going to go into our parentheses. So think about your parentheses there, which is going to start out with x and x, because x times x is x squared. This is a minus 3, and then you're going to have a minus 13. Now, I should have mentioned this on number 1. If I wanted to, I can FOIL this out and get the same answer that I have right here, if I have the desire to do so. Number 4, and remember I said I was going to show you an example with all the positives and all the negatives. So this would be x squared minus 4x minus 32. And this is an example with two minus signs. Make your x. So what times what gives you negative 32? That number needs to go on the top, and negative 4x needs to go on your bottom. So going through our factors to give us negative 32, we should know that it's going to be negative 1, and 32 is an obvious one. And remember, with your negatives, we are going to switch that negative spots. 2 will go into 32 16 times. So I need 2 and negative 16. I can also have 3 will not go in there, but 4 will. So negative 4 and 8, and positive 4 and negative 8. 5 will not go into 32, 6 will not, 7 will not, and takes us right back to 8. So here are all of our factors. Which one of these adds to be negative 4? 4 plus negative 8 is negative 4. So I will have a 4 and a negative 8 here. This is what I'm referring to put into my parentheses. So each spot's going to start out with an X. And I'm going to have a plus 4 and a minus 8. And this is my answer right here. All right. I want to show you a possibility of a prime number. So let's do number 5 here. And we're going to have x squared plus 12x plus 16. Make your x. The top number will be 16. The bottom number will be 12. What multiplies to give you 16? 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. Notice, does any of these add up to be 12? Negative 1 and 16 add up to be 17. 2 and 8 adds to be 10, and 4 and 4 adds to be 8. Even if I put negatives on these, I am still not going to have a positive 12. Since there's nothing that will add to give me 12, this is going to be called prime. It cannot be factored.